It's not a buyer's market, and it's really not a seller's market. It's a know what you're doing market. In July, Calgary's real estate market didn't make waves, but the shifts are there. Some properties are still getting multiple offers, whereas others are going to sit longer. The difference comes down to price, presentation, understanding what today's market is really saying. So let's break down the numbers and talk about what they mean if you're thinking of buying or selling. Here is what we saw in the month of July. 2,099 homes sold. That's down just under 9% from the month of June. We had 3,911 new listings, and that's down just over 7%. We had 6,917 homes on the market, and that was unchanged from the month of June. Our benchmark price was 500,082,900, down 0.6% month over month, and that's all property types. And one of the most important numbers to watch are months of supply. Months of supply is now 3.21, up from 3.04 in the month of June. Months of supply continue to tell us how long it would take to sell all the homes currently on the market if no new listings were added. We're moving farther into balanced market territory, but it's not the same for all property types. Let's take a quick look at the benchmark price by property types. So for detached homes, we have a benchmark price of 761,800, down 0.3% from June. Semi-detached 697,500, up 0.2%, and townhomes 446,200, down 0.9%, and apartments 329,600, down 1.1%. It's a third straight month of slight price softening. It's not dramatic, but it is consistent. When you zoom in by property type, the story becomes clearer. For detached homes, we have 2.9 months of supply. That's still a seller's market. Apartments, though, are 4.1. 4.1 is now heading into buyer's market territory. So while Calgary's overall market is balancing, detached homes are still in high demand, especially in desirable communities under 750,000. Apartments, on the other hand, are giving buyers more breathing room, more listings to choose from, and more time to make decisions. You might be wondering, are homes still selling over asking? Well, yes, but not as many. In July, 26% of homes sold at or above list price. For detached homes, though, under 700,000, that jumps 35%. So if you're a buyer, knowing your ceiling is absolute key. And if you're a seller, pricing it right can still trigger strong offers, even in a cooling market. If you are buying, here are some things to focus on. You're going to have more options, especially for condos and townhomes. You're going to potentially have more leverage, but don't wait too long because the good ones are still selling quickly. And yes, get pre-approved. Can't stress that enough. Rates haven't moved much, but being ready means you can act fast when the right home hits the market. So what if you're selling? Well, the strategy matters even more than ever. More listings, more competition, homes that are clean, staged, and priced right are still selling. But if you overprice or skipping preparation, that means your home might sit and days on market adds up. Buyers are being cautious, but buyers are still out there, especially for the well-presented, well-priced properties. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Calgary this summer, let's talk about what makes sense for you. We are always here to help.